the realignment process, because I feel like JL Mann is one of those schools that's caught in between a little bit. Greenville County, Anderson County, Spartanburg County. Tell me from your perspective as an athletic director, how important, say, travel was in a factor, because you've got girls lacrosse, you've got girls flag football now, you've got a tennis team that you're going to have to get to all these region games. Some regions are spread out. So what's your perspective, and do you let your voice be heard in terms of, I don't know, anything, travel or trying to retain rivalries culturally? What's important to you?
Well, I think the important thing is to realize that each classification, before the entire process starts, and it usually starts months in advance, and the league will survey all of us, asking us what's important to us, regions, how many teams we want in our region, how many schools we believe need to be in each classification or our classification. We need to, what do you want as far as region rivals? Do we want all county schools to remain in the same region, or do you mind being separated? So the high school league asked us all that question, and the realignment committee works real hard at trying to, look at all those things and take into consideration things like travel and rivalries, things like that. For us, obviously, we definitely don't want to lose that rival game with Greenville in all of our sports that we play. That's just so much of a natural rival. But talking to other ADs, we all kind of want the same thing. We want to limit our travel, at least in the region, as best as we can. It'd be great if we had every region team in every region game under a 45-minute to an hour trip, but sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You look at Greenwood, you look at TL Hanna, who's in our region now. Greenwood's a good hour, 15-minute drive, although it's not really that bad of a drive. There's other places I have been, we've had worse drives. Hanna's just 25, 30 minutes down the road. Of course, you got to take into consideration I-85 traffic with that one. But we're kind of in a very fortunate position right now where we're at as far as that goes with travel. But then again, you also want your teams to go out and play quality competition. And you mentioned lacrosse teams, and we always want to go down to Columbia and go up to Rock Hill area, the Charlotte area, and play quality lacrosse programs there, as well as playing all of our rivals around here. So you have to take that in consideration too.
Coach, I mean, you kind of hit on this a little bit, but are y'all looking at trying to keep those traditional, matchups with TL Hanna in Greenville kind of on the schedule as some of these movements are making in the classification, non-region schedule wise? Well,
we didn't have any conversations with Hanna, because we weren't thinking that Hanna was going to drop down to 4A. So, we try to work on our football schedules November, December for that 2-year process. And so we were thinking we're all going to be in the same region together. And that could change with some of the things that are going on to where we may lose a team that we've already agreed to, by handshake to play as a non-region schedule. But definitely Greenville's on there. I can tell you that game's probably going to be on my birthday, September 18th. It'll be here at JL Mann. That's one where we went through, hey, if you're in the region, we'll play whenever the region schedule says. If we're out of region, we kind of locked in on 2 dates and came up with the September 18th.